Hello friends, so we have completed the study of all the shloks of the 16th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. So in today's video, I will be providing you a summary of the teachings of this chapter. So this chapter mostly focuses on demonic people, wherein Sri Krishna has described the qualities and the behavior of the people who are demonic. So Sri Krishna starts off this chapter by first providing the qualities of the divine people, but then he says that since I have described about the divine people in quite detail, now I will provide you the details on the characteristics of the demonic people. So basically Shri Krishna mentioned that the demonic people have qualities such as hypocrisy, arrogance, conceit, anger, harshness, and ignorance. And he says that these demonic qualities basically lead to bondage for a person, while the divine qualities lead to liberation for a person. And he says that, demonic people, they do not know the difference between what is proper action and what is improper action, and because of this they end up performing improper actions. And this happens because the demonic people think that the world exists for no particular cause, and therefore there is no fundamental motivation, you can say, or a reason for us to live, and therefore sensual enjoyment is basically the aim of our life, because there is no real cause. So basically just enjoy your life as much as you can. And they basically identify themselves with the body, and they think that death basically is the end of everything, and so enjoy as much as you can before death takes you. And so in this way what happens is that they end up becoming the enemy of the world, because they only focus on the self, they become selfish, and they just want to enjoy as much as possible. And because of that, they think that material gain is basically what everybody should go after, and so their focus then basically gets shifted to earning wealth, fame, reputation, and have sensual enjoyment, as in enjoy sex as much as possible. So they think that this is what is the ultimate goal of life, and because of that they run around in the world seeking happiness from this or that. And so they basically externally they are looking for happiness, and they look for happiness in the world in all these different things. And when they go around in the world looking for happiness outside themselves, then they basically end up getting a lot of anxieties, and in their anxiety basically they end up performing a lot of actions which are unjustified. Now here many times the people say that no, you don't really have to believe in God to be ethical, but the thing is that this sort of a thing is only applicable until the things are going your way. Then you can say, oh, I am ethical and I will follow the ethical conduct. But as soon as the thing starts to go not your way and the life becomes difficult, then if you don't have the anchor of the Lord to guide you, you will end up performing some sort of injustice. And so these people, they go around looking for fame, wealth, reputation, sex, and things like that, and as long as they are getting it, they are okay. But when they start to struggle, then basically they end up performing injustice. So they get surrounded by a lot of anxieties, and then they end up performing injustice. Now they basically consider themselves to be the doer and the enjoyer of their actions. And so when they attain something in life, when they attain wealth, when they attain fame, then they become arrogant. They think that because of their own skill they attain all of these things, and so they start to then consider themselves to be superior to others, and their opinion they consider to be the absolute truth. And when they start to do that, then they want to impose their own will on this world. They think that their will is the right thing, and so they want to impose their will, and if their will is not imposed, then they become angry, and they start behaving in a wrong manner. So by this they basically perform hatred, they cultivate hatred inside them, and they abuse the world. And so by such actions in this divine yoga which has been going on by the Lord, which has been conducted by the Lord, these people end up offering hate to the Lord. So inside their body, the divine which is situated, they abuse that divine, and also inside the body of others, they abuse the divine. And so in that way, basically just to satisfy their ego and to impose their ego's will onto the world, they end up offering hate. And this basically this hate then basically means that the offering that comes from the Lord to them is also hate, because whatever you offer to this yajna, that is exactly what comes back to you. And so the Lord also offers hate back to them. And so Shri Krishna sends them back again and again and again into the demonic womb. And then Shri Krishna say that, lust, anger and greed are the three doors of hell. And so you should renounce all of these three, and these three are quite prevalent in the demonic people. Finally, Shri Krishna end the 16th chapter by telling Arjun that you should organize your life based on the teachings of the scriptures. So whatever you do and whatever you decide not to do, all of that should be determined based on the scriptures, because scriptures are the ones which are the including the experience of the entire humanity, and so they are the right guide for you in terms of deciding your action. The demonic people fail to realize this because they consider their own opinion to be superior to others, and therefore they disregard the scriptures, and in this way they end up suffering a lot in this world. So that was pretty much what was the teachings of the 16th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. I hope that I have explained this chapter well to you. With that, I'll close this video. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.